Today, we're going to take a look at a report from Headset on holiday sales to kind of give us an idea of what's new or new rollout, or maybe even all-time low prices. Generally, that's reserved for 420. Whenever we see low prices on 420, that gives us an idea about 24 months in advance of what the average low item prices will be. But as the industry evolves and normalizes, I'm expecting that these holiday sales will match that. Welcome back to the Talking Hedge. I'm Josh Kincaid, capital markets analyst and host of your Cannabis Business Podcast. So obviously the holiday season, busiest time of the year, and successful retailers plan for season weeks, if not months in advance. So with the proper tools and reliable data, retailers can make more informed decisions on how to boost their revenue. So looking at week over week revenue growth for 2019, we could see that the graph specifically at the week over week revenue, which allows us to quickly identify which weeks or groups of weeks had a high sales volume last year. So for example, the week of 420 not only experienced the second highest week over week growth, but also clearly brought in the most revenue. So later in the year, however, we see that the week of November 25th during Green Wednesday, Thanksgiving and Black Friday, it also had strong growth, with the following week bringing in even more total revenue. So to examine the data even more closely, all we have to do is change our data range and date granularity filters. So next, we're going to examine which day of the week brought in the most and least amount of revenues. You can see a pattern during Thanksgiving week, a big sales day on Green Wednesday and minuscule sales on Thanksgiving, ending with massive sales on Black Friday. So the graph also shows strong sales during the last weekend before Christmas. So on Saturday, the 21st of December, and Sunday, the 22nd, as well as Christmas Eve, was the third biggest day of sales across the entire time period. So only Green Wednesday and Black Friday experienced greater sales. From this, you can know exactly when to expect increased foot traffic and sales, and thus when to ensure not only that products are properly stocked, but also that enough staff is scheduled to assist customers in a timely manner. So diving into sales on Black Friday, we can see the analysis from November 29th of 2019 showing us what product categories performed well on Black Friday. You can see that while concentrates and flower had the largest raw increase in total daily sales, beverages, tinctures, and non-cannabis products had the largest relative increase. That is, Black Friday was the most different than the previous 4 Fridays for these categories, with beverages experiencing a 67% increase. Flour, on the other hand, had the weakest relative increase among all categories, despite being the best-selling product category in the store. Considering its popularity, any general manager might want to consider improving performance on Black Friday this year through marketing, promotion, or other strategies. So to continue the analysis of Black Friday for 2019, a general manager might want to look at flower brands that sold best last year and comparing the sales on Black Friday to the average daily sales of the previous 4 Fridays. One brand stands out to be the clear winner. Friday last year, however, far surpassing the growth of any other top brands. It should be noted that the average daily sales of the previous 4 Fridays was far lower than the next top selling brands. So in the days leading to and throughout the weekend of Black Friday, the discounts were considered higher than the store average. And so while brands maintained the advantage even on Black Friday when the store's average discount broke 35%, showing that the brand sold so well because of the promotion strategy for Black Friday. So general managers have a similar strategy, extremely successful when applied to certain brands. It can obviously implement similar promotions, driving in new business and customers. Looking at a customer analysis for Black Friday, you can see that last year demographics varied considerably between each of the store's top selling brands. So there's a moderate over index of females, meaning that they had relatively more sales from female customers than store averages across all brands. So telling us that even though there's less than half of the sales were to females, this brand might slightly be more popular with females than the average brand in the store, and also sold particularly well to the ages 36 to 45 years old, who made up 43% of sales. So next, we're going to take a look at consumers who responded to various marketing channels by looking at demographic sales data across reference with referral codes. And so here we could see that those aged between 36 to 45 years old, the same age group that contributed to the most sales last year, responded best to Facebook and Weed Map campaigns and were not all driven by Yelp. Perhaps this is when a general manager might be able to improve the performance of Yelp and Leafly campaigns with that demographic, since we know that they were big discount shoppers on Black Friday of last year. So, which channel drives the biggest baskets? Well, it's critical to understand how marketing campaigns are performing in terms of total sales and average baskets. So, as this gives you an indication of the return on investment of the campaign. If a campaign is driving hundreds of new customers to your store, but they get a huge discount only to spend a few dollars each time, it's not an effective campaign for the bottom line of your business. So here we can see that Leafly referrals brought in the most in total revenue for the day, while drive-by sales had the highest average baskets. So the drive-by referral code refers to customers who used a discount advertised on a nearby billboard, who were usually first-time customers to that store. For Black Friday this year, a general manager could prioritize marketing strategies that will increase average basket size to further increase revenues on the busiest day of the season. Customer retention is important, so this graph is displaying the percentage of customers in each cohort that return within a number of days or months after their first purchase. So, for example, the retention rate in month one is a percentage of customers that return to the store within the first month of their purchase, and retention at rate two is a percentage of returning within 2 months, and so on. So, this information identifies which referral source are successful in attracting customers long term. And so, while all marketing channels performed fairly similarly, we could see that Yelp had slightly stronger retention performance through the first 2 months than other channels. In the 8 to 10 months after purchase date, however, both Weedmaps and Yelp were still showing higher rates of retention than other channels, meaning that we could feel comfortable investing slightly more in Yelp and Weedmaps, knowing that they lead to a greater sales in the long run. So while there may be some level of uncertainty is always going to exist when planning future promotions, these analyses should arm your general manager with data to drive and support decisions in making the 2020 holiday season even more profitable than last year. So for example, you might want to decide to use lightly discounted and frequently rotating promotions to attract holiday shoppers across the entirety of the season, instead of concentrating margin shrinking deals around Black Friday. So given that what we've learned with the sales in flower, you might want to utilize a cross-category promotion to encourage customers to add flower to the baskets. It could be something like a 10% discount off an eighth of their choice when they purchase a beverage or other high-margin product. So for a GM to understand how well each referral source is performing, you know to use the marketing channels to drive larger baskets, and even consider offering a discount like 15% off any basket over $60 to further encourage customers to purchase more in a single transaction. So a GM can also use customer analysis module to dive deeper into customer demographic data. So with that tool, you can decipher which current flower brands are most popular with the 36 to 45 age bracket, and then offer enticing promotions to those brands in an effort to capture this deal hungry demographic. So now you know that the younger customers responded best to weed map promotions last year, and thus to promote flower brands that are popular with such customers on that channel. Holiday planning is strenuous for everyone, and planning without data makes this season all that much more difficult for retailers. But Headset's Retailer Premium, it provides an excellent suite of tools to better understand the performance of your business, past promotions, and so that you can strategically plan for better ones in the future. With that, we're going to roll this one up. I'm Josh Kincaid. This is The Talking Hedge. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or don't, and I'm out. Don't forget to smash that like button on your way out and check out these other videos that we've got.